Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there stood 3 trees. These trees grew side by side, each with its own unique aspiration and dreams. The first tree dreamed of becoming the tallest tree in the forest, towering above all others and touching the sky. It yearned to be admired by all who passed by, to bask in the glory of its grandeur. The second tree dreamed of sailing the seas, of being carved into a mighty ship that would brave the wildest storms and explore distant lands. It longed for adventure and the freedom of the open ocean. The third tree, however, had a different dream. It wanted to stay rooted to the ground, providing shade and shelter to weary travelers. It wished to be carved into a simple manger where animals could find refuge on cold winter nights. As the years passed, the trees grew taller and stronger, inching closer to their dreams with each passing season. One day, a group of woodcutters came to the forest. They admired the first tree's height and strength, and without hesitation, they chopped it down. The first tree's dream of touching the sky was shattered as it was turned into lumber and used to build a grand palace. The second tree watched in horror as its companion was felled. It trembled with fear as the woodcutters approached, but to its surprise, they passed it by. The second tree breathed a sigh of relief, thinking its dream of becoming a mighty ship was safe. But fate had other plans. The woodcutters returned the following day and cut down the second tree. Its dreams of adventure and exploration were dashed as it was turned into a simple fishing boat. The third tree watched as its friends disappeared one by one. It began to doubt its own dreams, wondering if they were foolish and unattainable. But deep down it held onto hope, trusting that there was a greater purpose for its existence. Years passed, and the third tree continued to grow, its branches spreading wide and its roots sinking deep into the earth. One day, a weary traveler stumbled upon the tree and sought shelter beneath its branches. Grateful for the shade and comfort, the traveler decided to rest for the night. As the night wore on, a young woman went into labor nearby. With nowhere else to turn, she and her husband sought refuge in the stable beneath the third tree. And it was there, in the humble manger carved from the tree's wood, that their child was born. The child's cry echoed through the forest, and the third tree realized that its dream had come true. It may not have become the tallest tree or sailed the seas, but it had provided shelter and warmth to those in need. Its purpose was greater than it could have ever imagined. Word of the miraculous birth spread throughout the land, and people from far and wide came to see the tree that had cradled the newborn babe. They marveled at its simple beauty and the love that emanated from its branches. And so, the third tree finally understood the true meaning of its existence. It may not have achieved the lofty goals it once aspired to, but it had fulfilled a far greater purpose, the purpose of giving love, hope, and comfort to all who crossed its path. From that day on, the third tree was revered as a symbol of selflessness and generosity. And though it may have never touched the sky or sailed the seas, its impact on the world was immeasurable. For sometimes, the greatest dreams are not those of grandeur and adventure, but of love and kindness shared with others.